Hello, my dear students. Once again, I am here, Lalit Kumar P. Bhaiya, Associate Professor, Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering Department. Dear students, today we will continue this topic of the digital signal processing, classification of signals and system. Now, last time we have gone for the part 2. Today we will go for the part 3 of this classification of signals and system. Once again I am introducing here myself, Lalit Kumar P. Bhaiya, Associate Professor, Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering Department, Bharati College of Engineering and Technology, Durg. Let us see after this classification part 3 of the classification and signals of a system. Yes, dear friends, last time we have seen the summation and other things of the signals and system. Today we will go for the products of discrete time even and odd functions. You can see here, this is one function G1 of n and this is G2 of n. So these two functions having the products G1 of n and G2 of n shown here for this discrete time system. Then here this even function and odd function. This is the shown here even function and odd function shown here. This even function and this is odd function. And the product is shown G1 into G2 of n. Then this is the examples. Prove that the product of the two even signal is even. Prove that the product of the two odd signal is odd. And what is the product of an even signal and odd signal? Prove it. So here simple proof is given. X of t is equal to x1 of t, product x2 of t. And x of minus t is equal to x1 of minus t, product of x2 of minus t. This is equal to x1 of t, product x2 of t gives you x of t. Similarly here it is shown here x of t, x of minus t, x1 of t into minus x2 of t is equal to minus x of t. For this, what is the product of an even and odd signal? And x of minus t is the even shown here. The next is two odd functions shown here. This is one odd function and this is another odd function. This product of these two odd functions you can see here G1 of n into G2 of n, this function and this function. So this type of product can be taken in the discrete time signals. Energy signal. Dear students, most of the times these questions ask what is energy signal and what is power signal. Differentiate between these two and prove that this is energy signal or power signal. So here what is energy signal? A signal with finite energy and zero power is called as energy signal. Always energy signal has the finite energy but power is zero power, called as the energy signal. That means the energy has a finite value less than infinite and greater than 0 and power P is equal to 0. So this is called as the energy signal. Signal energy of a signal is defined as the area under the square of the magnitude of the signal. This is we can call the energy of the energy signal, that is from 0 to infinite in integration magnitude of x of t square dt. So this equation gives you the energy of the particular signal. The unit of the signal energy depends on the unit of the signal. That depends on the particular unit of the signal. Then power signal. Some signals have infinite signal energy. In that case, it more convenient to deal with average signal power. So this is called as a power signal. Power signal has a finite power and energy is infinite. Power is less than infinite and greater than 0, and energy is infinite. So this is the definition of the power signal. Average power of the signal is given by, just like the previous slide, we have calculated the energy signal. Similarly here, the average power can be calculated at Px is equal to limit t tends to infinite 1 by t integration minus t by 2 to t by 2 magnitude of x of t whole square dt. This is called as power signal. And for a periodic signal x of t, the average signal power is, this is one more thing, this is for periodic signal. The power is given by Px is equal to 1 by t integration of t capital magnitude of x of t square dt. This is called as the power, average power for the periodic signal. The power is given by this equation. T is any period of the signal. This t is called as the period of the signal. Periodic signal are generally power. Generally, in all the signals, periodic signal are referred to as the power signals, because power is finite. Then a discrete time signal with finite energy and 0 power is called as energy signal. That is, for energy signal, energy is finite and power are 0. The signal energy for a discrete time signal x of n is given by this equation. Thus, in last slide we have seen about this signal also. Now, the average signal power of a discrete time power signal x of n is given by this p is equal to limit n tends to infinite 1 upon 2n summation n is equal to minus n to n minus 1 magnitude of x of n square. This is the discrete time power signal given by this equation, where n is the period. This capital N indicates the period and small n is the number of samples. Similarly, for the periodic signal x of n, the average signal power is Px is equal to 1 by n summation n is equal to capital N to magnitude of x of n square. This is the periodic signal x of n with the average power is given by this Px. The notation, this summation n is equal to n means that the sum over any set of consecutive n's exactly n in length. So this is used to calculate the particular finite value of the power in the power signal, and similarly finite value of the energy in the energy signal. Then simple manipulation of discrete time signals, transformation of independent variable, time shifting is given by either delay or advance. Delay means x of n minus 1, x of n minus 2, x of n minus k. N minus k means delayed by k samples, and x of n plus k means delayed advanced by k samples. Similarly here, the delay always possible refers to the past example. Just like this n is shown here, n minus n 0. So this is called as delay, and advance, the time advance only possible if signal is stored. Like this n is in advance, n plus n 0, and refers to the future samples. Advance means it refers to the future samples, and delay means it refers to the past samples. Time advance impossible in real time. Examples: advance by 2 samples is given by x of n plus 2, and delay by m samples given by x of n minus m. This is delay by m samples. In the above, y of n is the output and x of n is the input. This is delay and advance. Operations of the signal. Here, some operations of the signal are shown. Sometimes a given mathematical functions may completely describe a signal. Different operations are required for different purposes of arbitrary signals. The operation of the signals can be time shifting, time scaling, time inversion, or time holding. These are the basic operations of the signal: time shifting, time scaling, and inversion or time folding. Here time shifting is shown here. The original signal x of t is shifted by an amount t naught. So this is the x of t. It is shifted by an amount t naught. This is t naught here. X of t is x of t minus t naught. Signal delayed by t naught. This original signal is delayed by the t naught here. So this arrow shows here x of t minus t naught is the signal, and this is delayed by t naught. So this is t naught minus 2, this is t naught plus 2. So this is called as original signal delayed by t naught. So this is the delay operation simply shown in discrete time system. The original signal time is by an amount t naught, and this is already we have seen. Then another one is this is advanced shifting, x of t plus t naught. Signal is advanced, shift is by t0. The left. This is called as left shift. In previous we have seen the right shift. Similarly, this is the left shift. This is called as advanced shifting by t naught. This t naught is shown here, and this is t naught. So this is minus t naught minus 2 and minus t naught plus 2. This is called as advanced shifting. And time scaling. For the given function x of t, x of at is the time scaled version of x of t. This is scaled by a factor of a here. For a greater than 1, period of function x of t reduces and function speeds up. Graph of the function on strings. For a less than 1, the period of the x of t increases and the function slows down. Graph of the function expands. So this is the scaling where the graph slows down or shrinks and where the graph expands. This is shown here for this particular signal. Example, given x of t and we are finding x of t is equal to x of 2t. Let us say this is x of t and scaled by a factor of 2 here. So this you can see here, this is x of t and this is y of t is equal to x of 2t. This is called as the scaled by a factor of 2. Find y of t here. Then here omega t is equal to y of 3t and vt is equal to y of t by 3. This is scaled by 1 by 3. This is scaled by 3. So this is a y of 3t. Y of t. This is y of 3t. And this is y of t by 3. So you can see scaled by a factor of 3 here and scaled by a factor of 1 by 3. These are the graph. Expansion and shrink of the graph shown here. Then reversal. Time reversal is also called as time folding. In time reversal, signal is reversed with respect to time. That is y of t is equal to x of minus. This is called as folding, and this is also called as reversing. Is obtained for the given function. You can see here time reversal. This time reversal is shown here. This is x of t is the function, and this will be here, and this part will be here. This is called as folding. So this is y of t is equal to x of minus t. This shows that the time reversal or time folding. This is time shifting, advanced shifting, n plus n naught minus n naught is an integer. This is the integer and this is time shifting. You can see this is g of n given here and this of g of n plus 3 here. So if you see this signal, this will be n plus 3, this will be n plus 3, this will be n plus 3, all these will be n plus 3 here, like this. So this is called as advanced signal and this is shown here. 0 is 2, 1 is 3 here, at n is equal to 0, this is 2, n is equal to 1, this is 3, and then here n is equal to minus 3, it is 0, n plus 3. So you will get these values. So this is called as shifting operation, and this is signal compression. n is equal to kn. K is the integer. Kn integer which is greater than 1. So you can see the signal A, B, C, D, E. These are the amplitudes of this signal. So you can see here A, C. This is shrinking. So this is called as compression. Signal compression. It is shown the value of signal compression here also. So this signal compression is also possible in this signal side system. And in this manipulation, transformation of independent variable, time shifting, delay, advance. These examples we have seen already. These delay and advance already we have seen. And delay versus advance time shifting. This is the original signal. This is time delay by 3 samples. This 0 will be delayed here at 3rd. This 1 will be delayed at 4. This 2 will be delayed at 5, like this. And this is delayed by 1 sample, and this is advanced by 2 samples. This 3 will come to the 3 samples, that means at 0, and 4 will come here like this. It will be advanced by 2 samples. So these 2 samples advance operation. This is the time reversal. You can see the whole signal will be reversed around the axis here. So this is called as time reversal. X of n is here, x of minus n. This signal will remain as it is. This will be here, this will be here, this will be here, and so on. This is a time shifting signal or folded signal. And this is downsampling or decimation. Dear students, this downsampling and decimation is very important, and in downsampling is called as a decimation, and upsampling is called as the interpolation. In multi-rate digital signal processing, we use this downsampling as well as the upsampling, that is decimation and interpolation. So here x of n, and this is called as downsampling, x of 2n. So this downsampling is shown here by a factor of 2. These values are given, and integer values are given for downsampling. Similarly, multiplication, signal multiplication, k into x of n multiplication by a scalar constant k. This is signal addition by a constant k, addition k plus x of n. This is 2 signal addition, x1 of n plus x2 of n, and this is 2 signal multiplication, x1 of n into x2 of n. Then in some applications it is necessary to deal with a phenomenon of an impulsive nature. For example, an electrical circuit or mechanical system subject to a sudden voltage or force G of t of large magnitude that acts over a short time interval about t naught. The differential equation will then have the form a y2 dash plus by dash plus cy is equal to g of t, where g of t is this signal 0. This is big t naught minus tau is less than t and greater than t naught plus tau. It is 0 otherwise. This is definition of the signal, and tau greater than 0 is small, which is shown by this function here. So this type of operations are possible in signals and system also. Then this is the representation of the impulse function, which we have already seen. Del of t is 1 at only t is equal to 0, and this is the delayed impulse signal by 1 sample, del of t minus 1, and having a magnitude 5 multiplied by 5. This magnitude is 5, so 5 into del of t minus 1. T minus 1 means this is delayed by 1 sample. So this is the representation of the impulse function. And as I have already told you, this is very important function and very beautiful function, that is impulse function, because in the analysis of the digital signal processing, we need this impulse function because we give the weightage to the function called as the impulse weightage. This is sampling property, minus infinity to infinity g of t into del of t minus t0 dt. This is equal to j of t0. Similarly, the scaling property del of a is a scalar, t minus t naught is equal to 1 upon magnitude of a del of t minus t0. And the replication property, is given by g of t. This convolution del of t is equal to g of t. This is called as property of replication, which is used in signals and system. And the unit impulse train is a sum of infinitely uniformly spaced impulses and is given by, this is impulse train del of t is summation n is equal to minus infinity to infinity del of t minus nt. N is n. This particularly shows the impulse train, and this impulse train is shown like this. So only single impulse is not practically possible, but we can get this impulse train. Impulse train means we will get here the pulse of a unit area. So this type of unit area pulses we can obtain, and this is called as the impulse train. And with the help of this impulse train, we can define this each impulse. This impulse is delayed by 2 samples. This impulse is advanced by 2 samples. So when we take this impulse, all other will be turned to 0, and we will give the weightage of this impulse. So this type of situation is possible with the signals. Similarly, singularity function. Sometimes it is asked, define the singularity function and explain about the singularity function. This is called as unit step function also. And u of t is equal to 1 when t is greater than 0. It is equal to a half when t is equal to 0, or it is equal to 0 when t is less than 0. So this is the, actually if you don't define this, then it is also called as a unit impulse function. So this is called as a unit impulse function. Commonly it is used as unit step function. Not in unit impulse, it is unit step function. It is also called as a singularity function. So this function is very useful in digital signal processing. This is the sine function. Singularity functions are, it is sine function, sinum function, SGN of t, 1 for t greater than 0, 0 for t is equal to 0, minus 1 for t less than 0. This function is also used. This is called as a sine function, SGN of t. This is SGN of t. This function can be used in more of the cases in analysis of the signals. This is the ramp function. So this value is unit, therefore it is called as a unit ramp function. It is given by t when t greater than 0, otherwise it is 0. So this ramp function is also, the unit ramp function is the integral of the unit step function. This is the relation between step function and the ramp function. Ramp is the integration of the step. Similarly, it is called the unit ramp function because for positive t, its slope is 1 amplitude unit per time, this one. So this is called as a unit ramp function. And this is the rectangular pulse. This pulse is shown as a rectangular pulse. Del A of t is equal to 1 by A for magnitude of t is less than A by 2. Otherwise it is 0. This function may also be used in.
Okay, sir.
Dear friends, till now we have seen different types of functions, their operation, etc. Thank you very much for listening this video. Next time we will go the ahead of this signals and system, and again we will go the many more things about basics of this signal, which are mostly used in all the units of the digital signal processing. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.